Hello and welcome to the Procero Trading Series. In this lesson, we will be learning about the pricing tab in the product settings. We will begin by logging into the Procero admin with the information provided to you. In order to locate the pricing tab, you would need to go to Sites, choose one of your site, Catalog, Products, edit one of your product, and the third tab is the Pricing tab. This is the screen you will see when you will load the Pricing tab. Every product must have a price engine paired with the site group before it can be saved. You can temporarily pair the site group everyone with a simple temporary engine you have set up at the preferences level. However, need to do is a non-functioning placeholder. It will need to be replaced with an actual pricing engine before a product can be saved. Pairing a pricing engine with a group. Choose a site group for this product that you want to pair with the pricing engine. Member of the site group will see the price based on the paired pricing engine. A product can have more than one pair of group and pricing engine pairs. Like in this case, I can also assign the pricing to the approver group, a different pricing or the same pricing. The different site groups can have different pricing available to them when they have logged in and are identified by the store. For example, in the Everyone site group will see the APM UOM test pricing for this product, whereas the members of the approver group will see one round 63 per sheet pricing for this product. The step 2 would be choose a pricing engine to pair with the site group you choose above. So for example, I need to choose other groups and then the pricing engine will be selected here. This is the list of pricing engine you have configured at the preferences level. Click the button to save site group and price engine pair. Pricing engine pairing by priority on the right hand side. This is a list of pricing engines you have saved. In the event that a user belongs to multiple group, priority is given from the drop down. Use arrows to change the priority and the X to delete a pair group. If you want to delete the pricing, you can just click on the red button and that group pricing will be deleted. Customers integrating with an external pricing engine. If you are integrating with an external pricing engine, you will need to follow a slightly different process to set up your product pricing. The very first thing is you need to configure the external pricing engine under pricing engines at the preferences level. Once you have created the external pricing engine, you can go back to the site, go to Catalog, Products, and the process will still remain the same here. From here, you choose the external pricing engine from the drop-down and click on Create Pair. However, when choosing the external pricing engine, there will be an additional area that will appear where you can enter the template and the item number for this product pairing. After you have entered the information, save site group and pricing engine pair. Similarly, you can create more than one site group pricing engine pair if desired. When using external pricing engine, not all options are available on any product that uses the external services. Attempting to set these options and adjustment will break the pricing engine in the storefront. This means that if you have several pricing pairs and even one of those pair uses external service, you cannot use the following option like minimum, maximum, and markup value. Let's scroll down to see the option and adjustment section. In the preferences, the pricing engine area you have created, because you can share pricing engine among all your product, you will at times want to set certain attribute to each of those pricing engines that are unique to each of the product that use that engine. This area allows you to do that. These rows are different quantity parameters, which is Q1, Q2, up to Q5. If your pricing engine is a UOM or price break, then only the Q1 will be applicable to you. If you have a pricing calculator, only the number of quantity parameters you are using in that particular engine is applicable here. Minimum quantity. You can enter the minimum quantity for this quantity parameter. To allow the pricing engine itself to dictate the minimum, leave the text box empty. Minimum quantity is a limit. It cannot add quantity entries to your pricing engine drop-down list. It can only filter them by imposing a minimum cutoff. If you need more quantities, you must add them to your calculator, not by using this field. Then we have maximum quantity. The same instructions apply that were noted in the minimum quantity, except that this will limit the maximum quantity instead of minimum, not available for the product using the external pricing services. Decimal places. Enter the number of decimal places allowed for each of the quantity parameter. For example, you can allow up to 2 decimal places in Q1 and enter 0 to not allow decimals at all. Allow arbitrary quantities. If checked, this replace the standard pull-down menu and allow the user to enter any quantity they wish in a text box. Instead, the quantity they enter will be subject to the minimum maximum you have set in either of the quantities row here. Minimum price. Set a minimum price for this product. No need to include a currency symbol, as this will automatically be handled by the culture setting for the site. This will make sure the buyer order in a certain dollar amount for the product. As an example, let's say your product is $20 for each booklet and you set a minimum price for $40 here. When the buyer is ordering, they will pay $40 regardless if they buy one or two booklets. Show per piece price. If this box is checked, and each price will display below the product total price. This is calculated by dividing the total number of quantity chosen. Depending on the cost you set up for your product and the rounding that happens with fraction of the cost, it may produce an each price that is confusing to the buyer. Test out this for each of your product, or either uncheck this box or change your pricing. BTP asset upload sets quantity. The intention of this feature is to verify the number of pages or records in a file upload or database upload, either on the product page or within the eDoc Builder customization template, that matches the quantity the customers say they are ordering. When using this feature, the quantity will change if the customer entered it incorrectly. By selecting a quantity set like Q1, Q2, Q3, or Q5, from the drop-down list, the quantity from the product capture both an eDoc Builder database as well as a document upload or a file upload. The quantity from eDoc Builder upload will be applied when the product, while the product upload will be ignored. If you are using a price break or UOM pricing engine, set this as Q1, as that is the only quantity parameter that is applicable. If you are using a pricing calculator engine, only the number of quantity parameters you have in your pricing engine are applicable choices. Note that if you set this value to a quantity set and the product is linked to a eDoc Builder template, the value from the upload in the eDoc Builder template will override the product upload. If the eDoc Builder upload for a VDP file is not enabled on the template, then the value from the product upload will still be overridden. If the product is linked to an eDoc Builder template, the eDoc Builder must be enabled for a BDP upload in order for the BDP upload sets quantity to be recognized. Please visit our knowledge base article for more information on the BDP asset upload sets quantity. We have the markup section. If you're using an outside vendor to produce this product, you may want to create a pricing engine that has the vendor cost entered, but then set a markup on top of that cost instead. By doing this, you can run report to show your cost, what you have to pay your vendor, the markup amount, and the total cost. You can also choose to include the cost the vendor agreed to charge you in the vendor dashboard that they use to produce the job, instead of letting the vendor see the selling price. Please note, this feature is designed to work with the pricing calculator engines only, although you can use it for price break or UM pricing engine. You may create confusion to your buyer in a store if you use it with the price break or UOM. The UOM chart only displays the price for one unit of anything, but the markup could change for higher numbers of units based on what you have set up here. If you're using a multiple tier markup scheme for a product, you may want to tell the buyer about this in your description or change the pricing engine to use a calculator instead. Quantity to set the markup. If you're using a pricing calculator with multiple quantity in use, please select which of the quantities will determine which markup to use from here Q2, Q1, 5. If you are using a UOM or price break, leave this to Q1. Enter a new markup range. Select which quantity Q1 will this markup will apply to from the drop-down menu. Markup may be defined by a range. For example, if a quantity is between 1 up till 1000, you may want to mark up by the cost by 20%. But if the quantity is between 1001 to 5000, you will want to mark up the cost at 15%. So 1001 to 5000, you can put the markup as, and this is how you can add the markup range. Thank you for watching this video.